Hello, welcome back. I'm in the middle of a tilt session at the moment. I'm really tilting today. I've played for too long. I haven't actually even got any food today other than a tiny bit of breakfast. I'll probably go out. It's 2 o'clock now. I'm having a breakdown. 2 hours until maybe the daylight ends. I haven't even left the house yet. It's terrible because of my tilt. I'm playing this guy. See, we can see the score below. This is my score against the guy. I'm 9.5, but I've lost a few recently. So I went from 2690 up to like higher, well, 2680 maybe I started at, or something around about that. And like bishop b4, rook c1, right? I think I actually had this against this guy the other day, and he didn't seem to solve the problems of the opening very well, to be totally honest. And maybe at some point you consider b5, the knight will go to d7, but yeah, you have to kind of, I'm very bad at like, what's the word? Yeah, this is quite a good move because now 94, right? So this is some sort of blunder. Well, yeah, but they seem to be getting away with these blunders of late. There's also knight d6, knight takes c4. Yeah, she just resigned. So it was a nice, easy start. Yeah, very poor session. I was really fudding the table, and there's one game I got mated earlier where I was should have just taken a draw, but I was frustrated. You get frustrated, you start tilting. I got mated. Yeah, when the guy had no time and I tried to flag him. Whenever I try to flag people, my mouse is so bad. And I can't seem to flag anyone. They just flag me, right? So I'm trying to play a new opponent. There's so many addicts, so many fellow addicts online constantly. By the way, I got trolled a bit on the Chessable forums. My video course, sorry, not video course, but video was called, what it's like to fail as a Chessable content producer. Very positive video. And yeah, but then I put it on the chessable forum, and then I started talking about something else, and then some people started attacking me. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's done this really, because isn't there a threat of knight g5 now? He does have knight, yeah, he does have that move. Can I go here? Because if h5 is there, knight g4 doesn't work, right? So I've kind of blundered already. There's f3, but that looks kind of ropey anyway. Yeah, I should have just gone, maybe knight e5 was a move, so king f2. They can take as well, right? So take. Yeah, but now he gets king to safety. Chess dog does not suggest someone who's very, but his blitz range is very strong. Yeah, I don't like my position here. This feels very ropey for me. I meant to go a4, mouse slip. This whole mouse setup is really tilting me. Because I meant to go a4 there and I go a3. I can't. If somebody with any technical skills can tell me how to use a mouse properly, let me know because it's really pissing me off. And it's costing me rating. Because that game, no way I'm going to go eighth. Just, it's so frustrating at times. He's got quite a good position here. Maybe knight c5 and then just crush his bishop. But at some point he's going to start attacking me somehow. I'm not sure how, but I'm sure he'll find a way. Yeah, 5's reasonable. Bishop c. I want to try and make some exchanges. Now he has an h4. I'm going to try and get rid of that knight. Like, let's just take. Okay, how is he attack? He wants h4, right? Maybe rook h4 to kind of kill that idea. Now I'd probably go rook h6. Yeah, now queen b3 is appealing to me. Again, there's maybe actually f4 might be an idea. F4, rook takes f4, or he's just going to go. Yeah, I should have at least thought about that a little bit more. Rook g6, and then am I busted? Is there no tactics? Yeah, because last move I could have played other moves, and now it's not clear. Maybe I'll run with a king eventually. I'll run with a king eventually, right? Let's say rook g6 and king e2, and then, and of course he can just take, right? And I'll probably get mated. Bit like all the other games today. Yeah, it's not good. You can take there. A rook h7 doesn't work because of queen e3. Well, it's not good. I don't quite run with a king. Yeah, well, I think I was probably winning earlier. Yeah, he's got queen e3. And then queen e4 check. Well, there's this move, which I've missed earlier. Maybe this is okay. Because queen check, king a2. I've missed king b3 earlier. Because it's like a blind spot. So maybe I'm doing well now. I might even just be winning. Like some fluky win, right? I think I deserve it because I've had such a bad session. And you know, as usual, I've lost so many games I was completely winning. They never want a rematch because they're just going off stamping their, you know, their pet goldfish or whatever. Because they're so angry, they just don't want rematches, right? But yeah, I was getting trolled on the forums, so I don't really use these forums anymore because I tend to find it. I noticed there's one guy who had lots of upvotes on his own comments, so I have a theory that there's certain people who have multiple accounts. So you got that guy I kind of was a bit rude to the other day on his spelling. He's a really nice guy who subscribed to my channel. You see there again, I want to go knight f6 instantly, and the mouse is somehow, I don't know if anyone's got, you know, an expert on mouse settings, but my mouse settings seem very bad. So normally you meet this move with queen c7 because you mirror it, because if they go d4, you can now take. On d4, I've got a big crowd for this one. It's 85 people wasting their Sunday watching this rubbish. You know, but fair enough. I'm wasting my Sunday as well. So we're all wasting our Sunday together. What else are you going to do? Read a book? You know, meet up with some hot chick for a date, or some hot guy if you're in, you know, so inclined. There's so many of us are. So rook c8. Yeah, maybe knight c6. There's a trick now. Yeah, this move I missed. Okay, I'm just going to go a5 and b5. I want to stay ahead on the clock against these people because I'm lagging on the clock so often. I'll be h6 at some point. Yeah, he's looking to play d4, but it's quite hard for him to play d4. So I wanted to put the bishop on e6. So he wants to go d4, and it seems he's in time to go d4. Yeah, I've misplayed this. I mean, I can play that move, but no, now he's got b4. It's a blunder, positional blunder. So you can take and go knight b3 or knight b3 directly. There's bishop f8, but not very good. You can also go d4 now, which is a big problem for me. Yeah. Let's just take. So at some point, I'm going to need a queen. Maybe take here. He does have d5. I don't know if that does anything. Oh, you can do that one, which I completely missed. So if he takes on f6, maybe bishop b3. Doesn't look very good. We'll probably take on f6, right? He's quite good. Who is this guy? Again, they should have their names on the profile. It's another thing I don't like about Lichess. Is the fact they don't have their names on the profile. So yeah, I thought you would actually. I thought I was slightly inaccurate because problem is if I take on, I am dropping a7. How significant is a7? It's probably quite significant. It can take on e5. Okay, so if I take with a rook, he takes on b5 is the idea. Maybe I can take on f3. Does that change anything? So if takes, he'll take on a7, right? So rook here, bishop d4. Maybe knight h5 to try and go to f4, right? Not a good position, but well, some slight hope. There's also bishop g7, but bishop g7 not very good. Rook a7, that drops the rook. Bishop g7, he can trade and go f4. g5 looks too weakening, but I might have to try it. g5. Rook c1 he has, but then queen e6. Okay, let's try and go knight. Very bad position, but I'm just trying to play this. Play this ending. Okay, can go rook c8. For example, he's well up on the clock. Yeah, he's played the most aggressive way to play this position, which is just to push the pawn. He wants to go b6. a3, a2, does that help me? Not really. Very bad position. Maybe d5. What does that do? Nothing. Maybe here. There's rook c6 with tempo. Just making my position even worse. Yeah, it's not going well, this. So I want to set up a rook b7 trick, but, well, actually, this is my last chance, right? But now I don't win the rook on c1, so it's quite a big difference. Again, I think if I had a better mouse, I feel I'd have a chance to hold this, but I don't have a very good mouse at all. So I'm probably just going to lose. And try and take on e5, right? Oh, okay. I won, which is a good result. That was just a fluky win, actually. I don't know, that's amazing I won that. But I'll take it. I think a lot of chess is just building confidence, right? Like, you know, you make the right decisions. But yeah, there's a lot of trolls online talking about these forums that really kind of ruin your enjoyment of these forums because, you know, the thing about the internet now is everybody has an opinion, and some people actually just take a perverse pleasure out of winding other people up, right? And that is their kind of modus operandi in life. You know, sad though it is to say. Yeah, take the pawn probably. I take with this pawn, but he does have. Yeah, so how do I handle this position? Probably quite badly, judging by my. I've got to watch out for kind of a queen b4. There's always a queen b4 in here, right? And now there's tricks of 95. I don't know if they quite work yet. D3 is quite weak. So what's everybody got planned for today? Has anyone got anything interesting planned for today? Or you're just going to stay online? If I ever go knight d6, yeah, that's not a bad move actually. Okay. Well, I don't quite understand that move, but it's probably reasonable. Oh, he wants to come around to c7, right? Very clever. Yeah. So if he gets knight c7, How do I handle this position? I have no idea. If h5, then g5, right? And the question is, can I maybe, relocate queen? Is f5? Okay, that I'm slightly surprised by. So if I take the rook, he takes the knight, right? If knight g3, he takes knight f6. There is knight e4. Who is this guy? Again, another guy. I have no idea who it is. It's not okay. It's going to come back. He hasn't got bishop d4 because of. Yeah, the problem is, how do I break that? Maybe after rook f6, I should go bishop e4. Try and take on d5, but somehow doesn't feel very convincing either. Okay, we'll try that. Rather than just taking the draw, I could have gone knight g3, just try to make a draw, which probably was a more sensible decision. I'll probably regret this. In fact, now he can take and go knight f6. He's also got that move which I missed. He wants to take with the queen. So if I take, so how do I get out of this mess? If rook c3's got queen f1. There's rook c7, but very slow. There's bishop f3, he's got g4. Maybe just try to exchange queens and try and make a draw again. If bishop d4, I can trade and go rook c7, right? Or rook c8. So rook c7 now. If knight d4, then rook f7 is taken with that. But I'm slightly surprised at that. It's still okay. Yeah, it should still be a draw, but I'll probably mess this up somehow. Yeah, there's a problem. This should be a draw, but yeah, there's still a lot of woodwork under the table. Decent. But if I just pass, how are his chances of winning this? Not very good. Okay, it seems like he's just taking a draw, right? You can always hope for a mouse slip, but that didn't happen. I did, however, gain 1 point for drawing that game. But yeah, I feel like I had probably very good chances there, around about when he went rook f6. I felt like I was winning that, but I didn't quite see the win. Actually, playing a lot of 1 minute chess is good for your. Oh yeah, this is a very boring line that he's played here. You can go queen h5. I've seen Luke Shane play like this against a Russian GM. Take on g2 maybe. There's also bishop g4, f3, bishop back, and then it looks a bit slow, right? He's probably going to take on d1, right? I mean, take on h5, sorry. So what's this endgame like? Not that great, right? I'm not very good at endgames. If anyone follows my channel, they'll probably realise I'm very bad at endgames. We're just very bad at chess full stop, right? So if c3, I get the c file, which isn't too bad. If he goes knight f3, he can go knight. I've kind of expected him to go knight f3 here. And knight c4, also reasonable. I could trade, maybe trade everything off. There's b5, maybe. b5, knight e. Okay, I thought here I have this. I mean, there's also knight e5 sometimes, yeah, so it's kind of ruled out knight e5. Maybe rook c3. And then just up Like, you know, bring the rook. Are there any tricks here? Maybe there's some tricks. Tricks of the trade. I should have stopped g4. Now he'll go g4, I think. I could have gone h5 last move. So be thinking about how to make progress. He's quite a good player, this guy. Yeah, and g4 kind of fits into that equation. Probably should have just gone h5 previous move. Okay, that move slightly surprised me, but it's not that bad. Maybe h5 now. Okay, so probably he'll go rook d3. At some point this pawn, he'll target this b5 pawn. Yeah. Yeah, nasty trolls. You get all these nasty trolls online, right? Knight c5. I'm playing superficially. I can now. I'm slightly surprised at that because now I can take. I mean, I don't know what this ending's like, but it just seems slightly surprising to me to allow that. But now, of course, you can advance on the queen's side. So yeah, my rook is very passive. So if I go rook c5, he's got a4, a6, knight b3, right? I could go a6 and eliminate one of his pawns. So I don't think he can take. So he could actually couldn't go knight d4 as well. I think he goes a4, right? Oh no, a4 I trade and go king c5. So knight d4 is a clever trick, which you'll probably find. Although is there, it starts getting complicated because I go, but e5 he has b6 is a problem. Maybe I go king c5, and then if he goes check, I'll just go back to b6, right? This is my, I don't know if there's another fork you can do. He could also, yeah, now I'll go back to b6, that's my idea. So now I'll trade. There's rook c4. Is d4 no good? Oh, d4 he's got a6, right? How the hell has he got a5, sorry? If d4 now, a5, king a6, knight e4. Yeah, I mean, it should be a draw all this, but I'll probably lose on time or something stupid will happen. Okay, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. I don't know if it's any good. We're going to go for it. There's also rook a4, just cover the pawn. If king e5, then... Okay, so now I want e5. He's got a6 again. Shit. Ah! Managed to do him on time. That was a lucky win. I got this guy again. Soon have a good score against this player. But again, a decent player, right? I was alright for a while. I could smile for a while. But then I saw you last night. You held my hand so tight as you stopped to say hello. Oh, you wish me well. You couldn't tell that I'd been crying. It's b6 here, move. I just... So that, you know, if he moves the bishop out, you go ace. It's a little bit pretentious. So now a6 if he takes the bishop, taking a knight. I should be okay here at the opening. It's not a great position, but it's okay. I mean, just go b5. I'm covering b6. He hasn't got the b6 there. I should be doing quite well now. Two bishops. Oh, that move I missed. So his idea is e5. You go knight d5. But then queen d8. What's that all about? Because if he trades and goes queen d5, I have... oh, no, that's probably quite good. Yeah. He's played that move, which is like completely surprises me. Okay, there's bishop c5 here. If I take and go bishop d6, he comes back, right? Yeah, maybe he's got some other trick I've missed. Let's say queen, yeah. What's his threat? Oh, he wants e5, right? Or knight b6 also an idea. Bishop e6, e5. Maybe this is okay because if e5 just... Yeah, so now somehow I've got to give up this bishop. Sorry, the rook, I mean. I've got to give up the rook. Now I've got ideas of g6. So g6, sort my king out. Yeah, maybe check. He'll probably double. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Maybe rook ba, but he can't go rook a1 for the time being. Also, when I go b4, I've got to be careful I don't drop d6. It's not so easy for him because I've got a bishop pair. He'll probably try to do something on the king's side, right? There's b4 now, maybe. Which feels like a natural move. Yeah, he's going to take, right? So now b2's weak. I'll go king g7. Rook b3 is on the cards as well. I mean, bishops are covering all the entry points, like covers d7. So bishops are very nice. So rook b3. Hopefully that's not a blunder. He'll go queen a4, yeah. Kind of getting close to where... Yeah, so he wants there was actually rook b2 is also a move actually. Yeah, I was going to say he's getting quite close to where... Yeah, what am I doing? This is so stupid. I'm still better, but I mean, why bother with queen b7? Just start taking the pawns, right? This is just so bad. Yeah, now he's got like queen c6 ideas. I'm gonna have to exchange queens in like worse, exchange rooks in worse circumstances. What's the pawn count? He's got like 3 pawns for it, right? Or 2 pawns maybe. Okay, so don't want to trade again. Let's just get the queens on for now. Queen. He does have queen c5. A queen c5, queen e4. Okay, so let's push the pawn. Also queen b5 on the cards. Queen b5, queen a5. Very poor game this. Maybe my lack of energy is starting to cost me. Okay, don't take the pawn. That's a bad idea. Could take that pawn. And then come back to e5 or something, right? I think he wants to. Yeah, maybe this. No, I can't. Okay, let's just exchange. was a very lucky win, actually. Very lucky win. I mean, I did well to mate him at the end there, which was quite good. But yeah, I feel like, a lot of Lichess is about just not playing too long. If you play like an hour and a half a day, that's ideal. If you play like what I played today, which is several hours, that's far from ideal. So maybe this and then e5, right? He'll go h5, yeah. h5 is very sensible. And then do I go knight e4 at the end, or I guess he goes knight d7? Or maybe knight d7 might be an issue. Yeah, this is very complicated already. Knight d7. There is queen a4, maybe. He's got bishop e7. Like bishop e7. Okay, that's a blunder. This allows immediate mate. Oh, we have to take with the queen. I got this guy. So I should stop because I got over. That was my aim all along, was to go over 2700. But really, my aim is to get at least 2800, really. But yeah, they can do all this stuff with bishop d6. Actually, it's quite reasonable. Maybe knight a3. Yeah, I forget how you're supposed to play this kind of position. It can just collapse very quickly for white if you're not careful. And maybe put the king on f2. Who is this guy? Another guy with an incredibly high rating. He's never played any bullet. So again, a little bit suspicious. Or maybe not. Oh, he wants to go... I suppose I can go c4. It's not the end of the world. You have to go c4, right? I mean, I know these kind of positions are playable for white. You go here and then somehow it's supposed to be okay, but it sort of feels very ropey to put your king on f2 like this. It's the way they used to play back in the day, right? Yeah, that's a reasonable move. So now he wants to go queen f6. So maybe g5 to stop queen f6 at least. He does have knight e5. Yeah, this is also an issue. Can I go bishop e4? Oh no, yeah, maybe bishop e4 because if knight g4, you can just take it. That move I completely missed, which means I possibly really have to take, which I don't want to do. Maybe take an h4, right? And then he'll do something on the g file. Maybe he'll go like bishop e7, rook f8. Yeah, they're so predictable, these people. But not in a good way. Maybe knight e4 and then bishop g3 or rook f8 and then go... Yeah, he's going to bring the... I mean, there is king g3 as ridiculous as it looks. But probably that move is more sensible, right? Okay, so he's coming out to f5. I've got to get that king out of the way, right? So if I take... Okay, queen e2. Don't like this position at all. Yeah, I thought he was going to... Yeah, he's playing very aggressively now. Somehow he's won a strategic battle. Maybe a6 is a move. There's queen g4. If he trades, then d6 is weak. I could go e5 and what is it? Okay, so if I just go here and threaten e5, what is he doing? Maybe e5 now is a threat, right? Covering all the entry squares for now, which is important. His knight's not great. So somehow he's misplayed this. I don't think he probably shouldn't needed to take on e4. But still very unclear position. Yeah, that's a decent move. So normal move is e5. And then just trying to trade. So if I take, I've probably got to take, right? And then maybe just try to trade, yeah? You can go knight into b4, but there's also queen c8 you have to watch out for. But again, I'm not sure that does much. Maybe knight f3, but then knight d3. Yeah, I mean, my knight goes to f3. I got quite a decent position, but actually that's a good move. Do I go for the ending with? I mean, maybe knight f3, right? Because if queen check, then bishop f2. Although I'm not sure about the evaluation of that variation. So it feels like d6 is correct now. And now try and go maybe queen e4 or d7. Like queen e6. Okay, this one's. Yeah, this I missed. What am I doing? Come on. Come on. Come on, Patser. Rematch me. So I'm starting to get on a little bit of a roll, but Yipan is quite dangerous as well. So A3, just trade and go. I really need some food at this point. Yeah, I'm starting to really struggle now. But yeah, I think my highest on Lichess is 2840. But actually, I think there is some deflation in the system now. Well, somebody was saying this the other day that there is some supposedly deflation going on, which wouldn't surprise me because it seems tougher than it ever was to gain points, right? Challenge the centre. Reading something today by David Howe, which I think was very relevant, which is how we should be looking at forcing moves and tactics more. There's knight d5 here, but then he goes what, queen f3 maybe. A rook e8, possible to try and threaten rook e3, but I don't know really what it does. Yeah, that's an aggressive move that he's played. There's also queen e7. If rook e3, oh, he's got knight e3, right? Maybe this. So now if he goes rook e1, I can trade, or I can just go queen f8. Yeah, I'm surprised at that because but I understand his idea. I'm not sure it works. He can take on g6 and take. I thought queen here now is very strong because h3 does queen h3, right? I think he misplayed this quite badly. So a win maybe against Yipan. It sounds like a Chinese name, right? Okay, we'll do this line, which is it's like the Geller Gambit. It's not very good. Yeah, if they know what they're doing, you don't get a good position. He's gone for this line, which is reasonable. So let's say a trade. Okay, that move surprises me. Oh, he wants to take with a knight on c3. So if I go knight g3, takes with a knight. Well, then I go queen b3, right? We can also move the bishop, of course. Because if we move bishop g6, I go bishop e6. Sorry, I go queen b4. And in any case, I want to go queen b4. So queen b4 now makes sense. You probably go back to d5, yeah. If queen b7, there's knight b6, but then a5, so maybe this is playable. Ah, but then he's got bishop c8, right? So maybe I blundered. Yeah, I was getting carried away there. Sometimes I get carried away, which lets me down. So how do I meet knight b6? So he's gone there, which is a relief. It's still not a great position for me. Well, I guess I take now. But take he wants knight b4, right? Is there anything else? What about bishop d2? Maybe this. He goes e6 now. Yeah, I got some problems here. I don't know his position. Rook b1, but yeah, something's gone horribly wrong here. Maybe just rook b8 is playable. I mean, maybe I'm not losing, but I don't like this position. Yeah, it's also playable. Okay, let's say a trade. I take with the queen. Is I don't know. Do this. It looks bad, right? Gonna take with a knight. My only hope is somehow he can't trap my queen. I mean, he can make a draw immediately, but okay, that's what he's doing. Fair enough. Right. He might go e4 now. No, he's gone for this line again, which surprises me. Can go a3 as well. a3 trade, bishop b7's okay for black. Wow. Okay, I understand his idea. But still looks a little bit desperate. So now we get a very unclear position where he's got the dark squares, which is very significant in long term, and the two bishop pair, but my position is fairly solid. Yeah, so he's gonna have e4 maybe. E4 you do have knight e7 or knight f4 is another option. E4, oh, he's going there, which also surprised me, but not bad at all. So he just wants queens off at this point. Very sensible. He's got to watch out for knight b4, Yipan. Maybe bishop d2, but then knight e4, black's very comfortable. Yeah, so he's gone. Oh, okay, he's got some. I've got to be careful about some bishop g5, so we'll start with that. Now he could go bishop f4. That move I didn't consider, which is actually fairly reasonable. Let's keep some tension in the position. He could go knight b3 actually, but then knight a4. If b4, then knight a4. So I want to limit his bishop's development. And now knight e5 I should be doing reasonably well. He'll go f3 though. Oh, but have I got knight f3 and bishop take? Oh yeah, maybe this, but he does have bishop b5 at the end, right? So this is the only problem. I could go knight c3 first. Or I could take and go rook check. I kind of feel like this is the way to... Oh no, he's got rook f1. Okay, so I have to take. There's also... No, there's rook check and... I mean, I really want to get rook check in, so start with castling. He's also got to be careful about c6, b5 ideas. Very interesting position, actually. He can't go... He can go bishop d2. It doesn't give him any advantage. Okay, we start with rook check. If he comes up, then I got rook. I mean, it's possible that I should have gone c6 instead of castling. Or a6, you know, and just try to trap his bishop. I didn't really consider that idea until I played my move. And he would have been in big trouble. So that's clever defense. But now I could go, let's say, where's a good square for the bishop? Let's bring the bishop out. So now I want to go rook h1. He could go e4 though. E4 I missed as well. Okay, rook h1 now though. Rook h1, I feel like I'm doing well. Oh, he's got this, but now rook check. And then you... yeah, it's a relief. I thought you had knight f3 there for 1 second, but it doesn't work. So now he must be in trouble because... Yeah, I got bishop a6 though. It should be good. Bishop a... No, bishop a6